Welcome to today's news discussion. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Sean. We'll be covering several major stories that have been making headlines recently.
Let's start with the situation in Venezuela. Aid workers are warning that Venezuela's healthcare system is at a breaking point nearly a week after two powerful earthquakes hit the country.
That's right. The reporting indicates that damaged hospitals are overwhelmed, and there's a growing concern about infectious diseases spreading in the disaster zone.
The government has reported a death toll surpassing 1,700, and aid groups are warning that the healthcare system is being pushed to its limits.
What specific challenges are the hospitals facing, according to the reports?
They're dealing with a large number of injured people, and the conditions in the disaster zone are deteriorating. This is causing infectious diseases to spread.
That sounds dire. Are there any specific diseases that aid workers are particularly concerned about?
The reports don't specify particular diseases, but they do mention that the deteriorating conditions are causing infectious diseases to spread. The aid groups are working to address this by providing medical supplies and personnel.
I see. So what's the international response been like so far?
The article mentions that there are scores of international and domestic teams across Venezuela focused on the search for survivors and providing aid.
That's reassuring. Moving on to another story, there's been a suspected Ebola case in the UK.
Yes, a patient is undergoing tests for Ebola at a hospital in Glasgow, and the World Health Organization has declared the current Ebola outbreak a public health emergency.
The patient was admitted with Ebola symptoms, and the hospital unit was quickly sealed off. Do we know if the tests have confirmed Ebola yet?
The reports say that the patient is being tested, but they don't confirm whether the tests have come back positive for Ebola. The hospital unit has gone into lockdown as a precaution.
That's a serious response. How significant is this in the context of the current Ebola outbreak?
The WHO's declaration of a public health emergency indicates that this outbreak is considered serious and potentially beyond the capacity of the affected countries to handle on their own.
I understand. Let's switch gears to another story. There's been an explosion in Monaco that injured a Ukrainian tycoon.
That's right. An explosive device seriously injured 3 people, including the Ukrainian businessman Vadim Yermoliev and his family.
The attacker is believed to have fled to France. Do we know what the motive behind the attack was?
The reports don't specify a motive, but authorities are investigating. The device was described as a parcel bomb.
That's a very serious incident. Have there been any leads on the attacker?
Not yet, according to the reporting. The investigation is ongoing, and authorities are working with French officials since the attacker fled there.
Okay, let's move on to another story. There's been a disturbing discovery at a music festival in Michigan.
Yes, a dead baby was found in a portable toilet at the Electric Forest Music Festival. The body was discovered during routine maintenance by an employee of the bathroom company.
That's horrific. Are the police investigating to determine the circumstances surrounding the baby's death?
Yes, they are asking for the public's help as they investigate. They don't have any new leads yet, according to the latest reports.
This must be very traumatizing for everyone involved. Is there any information about the mother or the circumstances of the baby's death?
The reports don't provide any details about the mother or the circumstances. The police are still investigating and seeking information from the public.
I see. Finally, let's touch on some new information about the Venezuela earthquakes.
NASA has released a preliminary satellite assessment showing that over 58,000 buildings were damaged or destroyed in the earthquakes.
That's a staggering number. How does this new information impact the understanding of the disaster scale?
It gives a clearer picture of the extent of the damage. The satellite assessment provides a broad overview of the destruction, which can help in planning the relief efforts.
That makes sense. It's a critical piece of information for aid organizations working on the ground.
Exactly. Well, that's all for today's discussion. Thank you for joining us.
Goodbye, and we'll see you later.